Welcome back. Now, the Africa Rising International Film Festival returns once again for its 6th installment. ARIFF is a premier world-class social impact festival launched in 2018 with the aim of leaving no storyteller behind. This year is no different. The much-anticipated three-day film festival will run from the 24th to the 26th of November. And this year, the festival celebrates its growth in the industry under the theme Africa in Frame, Shaping the Future of African Cinema. Now, to share more on the festival, we're joined in studio by Ayanda Sithebe. He is the festival director. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thank you so much. Good morning
I suppose
to the viewers.
we need to give a background a little bit about the festival. Where did it all start?
Sure. So it started as a pre-event to the Global Citizen in 2018.
Right.
And they wanted to do pre-events within South Africa because they were coming. And they approached me and Lala, and what can we do for the industry? What legacy can we leave behind? And for us, a festival was no-brainer, just because we wanted to create a festival that's more community-driven, where every storyteller can feel that I belong in this festival. That was the fundamental of us really starting this festival. It was like, we want to leave no story untold or untold, you know? So we started really investing in terms of like really looking at what gaps are there within the industry and how can we bring those conversations at the forefront within the industry. So
what conversations are you having this year under the theme Africa in Frame, Shaping the Future of African Cinema?
So I think the big thing is like the focus in African stories now. We see it globally. People are coming to South Africa to shoot and so forth. So the biggest conversations we're having this year is ownership. Do we own the industry, especially for the black filmmakers within the value chain of storytelling? Who's supplying, you know, the gear, the equipment? Where do we really fit? So we really want to put that at the forefront, but also really celebrating the beauty of African cinema as well, because there's a lot of magic that's currently happening.
Speak to us about one of the biggest challenges that the festival faces is awareness and being out there. How are you overcoming those challenges?
I mean, filmmaking as a whole is it's an art of appreciation, or it's a learned art, you know. So you get that challenge, and cinema is expensive as well. You know, so we want to make it more accessible through the festival. But we are getting a lot of support. I think this festival wouldn't be a festival without all the stakeholders that are involved, our sponsors, our partners, especially the Department of Sports and Culture has been very supportive from the day one. Kiniko, who give us the cinemas for free. So there's a lot of like support, and hence we're a community festival, you know. SABC, these interviews, they really expands the reach of the festival.
What's on opening night? Because I know that's always a big thing, you know,
it's
which films then go on to opening night.
Correct. So we've got a beautiful film, Bravo Bukina. It's an amazing film. It's done by Wale, a director from Nigeria, who's based in America now. He's a genius. He's into fashion, architecture. He worked on Beyonce, Black She's King, doing the designs there, and he's put together this amazing film. I'm so excited for people to see it. It's beautiful colors, beautiful palettes, beautiful story about migration. You know, people who leave their countries, go to stay in Italy or any other country, and then coming back home as well and face that struggle where probably people see you, you've changed. You dress differently, you talk differently. So it's a beautiful story. It really hits home.
So this year you've decided to go 3 days instead of 4. Tell us a little bit about that.
Budgets. It's usually one of the biggest challenges. I mean, it should go on for the whole week, you know, in terms of really making sure that people experience the festival. But we'll get there. So this year the biggest challenge was budget as well. But we also really wanted to make it very compact so that each and every element of the festival shines and gets the attention that it needs.
And how do you achieve that over 3 days?
We've curated it beautifully, like where things don't clash a lot. So if you're really into independent indie films, we've created a space at the Bioscope. But if you're into the features, the documentaries, we've created a space at Kiniko. So it's really nicely distributed where you can focus what you want to consume within the festival. The conversations are happening at Accra Studios. So it's curated very nicely that you can really put it on your diary and say, this is what I want to do, these 3 things, and just enjoy that experience.
I want to talk about the conversations. What are we talking about in those conversations, in those workshops, and why are those key issues to be touching on with filmmakers and the industry?
Sure. So we've got an amazing masterclass by Mandla Dube. You'll know him from Kalushi, created Kalushi, Silverton Siege. He's an amazing filmmaker who focuses on history and turn those into stories. So he's going to be giving a masterclass. So I don't think that masterclass has to be missed, because he's one of the most iconic film directors we have. But we've got a big panel as well that speaks into the business of film. That's going to focus on all elements of filmmaking, because sometimes you get young people who just focus on, I want to act, or I want to direct, you know, the main things that are always spoken about. But we want to zoom into the other elements of it, whether it's producing, whether it's lighting, set designing, and really paint that world of filmmaking.
And are you finding that young people are responding to this? Because this is what is meant for them. You don't just walk into the film industry like the music industry, walk in there blindly.
Correct. No, the response has been very great from young people. They want it. They want to learn, and you see it with the evolution of TikTok, where people are already telling their stories in those short form content, so that the need is there, the appetite is there, and the young people are showing up as well. I want to learn, I want to do it the best way and I can. They're using their cell phones to tell these stories, so the appetite is there.
All right, Ayanda, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much.
All right, so that was Ayanda Sithebe. It is the Africa Rising International Film Festival, and it returns this year. And obviously, we just spoke to its festival director, Ayanda Sithebe, on from the 24th to the 26th.